Welcome to the second session of the mindfulness program in the course of positive psychology. I, Dr. P. Pallavi, Assistant Professor in Psychology from St. Joseph College for Women, Visakhapatnam, Autonomous. In the previous session, we understood what is mindfulness, its practices and benefits of mindfulness program, how its benefits, psychological well-being, cognitive well-being, social well-being and overall well-being of the individual. And in the current section, we are going to take a small assessment to know how mindful we are, and it helps us to understand our position in the mindfulness. Let's know how mindful we are. Do we really paying attention on the present moment, or are you paying attention, or are you aware of what are you doing right now in your regular life daily? Please try to remember yourself in your yesterday, day before yesterday, and that before, how your behavior is, as it is going like an autopilot without knowing your awareness. Are you keeping things in certain place without your notice and searching for things later? Are you really forgetting what is happening around you? And these kind of small things mess up in your life and create fuss. Being aware of what are you doing currently will helps you to notice the small things in your life and keep your life without making it much complex for small things. And these kind of small things makes your daily life peacefully and happily and helps the energy to focus on other different things. While you are going to office or college, are you aware of how you are going, or you are going as an autopilot without being aware, like going regularly, routinely, in a regular fashion without keeping focus on where you are at current? Being aware of regular life or regular aspects or regular things what you are doing in from morning to the evening help you to be mindful in your daily activities and make the things much easier for you. Please assess yourself how much you are paying attention to yourself in your life, what you are doing in your life. So let's know how mindful you are by taking a small assessment of automatic actions or reactions that is happening in your life. We can now see how mindfulness can be related to positive psychology. It's a field that focus on understanding and promoting the positive aspects of human life such as happiness, well-being and optimal functioning. While mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. So the practice helps us to cultivate the awareness of one's thoughts, feelings and sensations. Hence, positive psychology and mindfulness are complementary to each other. While positive psychology seeks to enhance positive states and traits, mindfulness provides a way to observe and accept experiences as they are, which can indirectly foster positive emotions and well-being. Some studies suggest that mindfulness may serve as a foundational element that facilitates the development of gratitude, optimism, and hope. Mindfulness based positive psychology interventions combine these approaches to enhance positive human functioning. Now we can take a small assessment on mindfulness attention awareness scale. This helps to measure how mindful we are. In total, the scale contains of 15 questions. Relate these questions to your everyday experiences and try to answer them in 6-point rating scale. You must answer these questions based on your actual experiences, not what you think it should be. Rating is from how frequent or infrequent your experiences in each statement. It starts with 1 to 6. Rate them when it is you are doing the same thing frequently. then rate it frequently or somewhat frequently, rate it 3, it's very frequent, rate it 4, it's almost always, rate it once, and if it is very infrequent, rate it as 5, and almost never, rate it as 6. Now let's go to each statement one by one. Are you ready to start the assessment? Go get your paper and pen, start recording your answers for each statement. Now let's start the first statement. I could be experiencing some emotion and not be conscious of it until some time later. If it is true, you can rate it from 1 to 3 based on its frequency, and if it is not true, rate on 4 to 6 based on its infrequency. I think you did your recording for your first question. Now let's go to our second question. I break or spill things because of carelessness, not paying attention, or by thinking of something else. If it is true, from 1 to 3 based on its frequency, and if it is not true, from 4 to 6 based on its infrequency, rate it the second one also. Next, we can go to the third statement. I find it difficult to stay focused on what is happening in the present. So, if your thoughts are wandering very much, if you find it difficult, then if it is true, be genuine while answering your questions. If it is true, your answer will be from 1 to 3 based on its frequency and 4 to 6 based on its infrequency. The fourth question is, I tend to walk quickly to get where I am going without paying attention to what I experience along the way. After rating this fourth question, now let's move to the fifth question. Now let's answer the fifth question. I tend not to notice feelings of physical tension or discomfort until they really grab my attention. If you finish answering, let's move on to the next question. I forget a person's name almost as soon as I have been told it for the first time. If you frequently forget names, then rate it from 1 to 3 for frequency and 4 to 6 based on its infrequency. It seems I am running on automatic without much awareness of what I am doing. So, if your behavior is automatic, unconscious, then rate it from 1 to 3 based on the frequency and rate it from 4 to 6 based on the infrequency. Somewhat infrequent, you can rate it 4, very infrequent, you can rate it as 5, and almost never, you can rate it as 6. Next question, I rush through activities without being really attentive to them. Without paying attention, if you are doing your regular daily chores, then you can rate it based on the frequency or infrequency. The ninth statement is, I get so focused on the goal I want to achieve that I lose touch with what I am doing right now to get there. If it is true in your case, then rate it based on the frequency as 1 to 3 and or based on the infrequency, rate it as 4 to 6. The next statement, I do jobs or tasks automatically without being aware of what I am doing. The next one, I find myself listening to someone with one ear doing something else at the same time. Let's move to the 12th statement. Once again, I should remind you that answer will be only one number, that is from 1 to 6. So, whichever the number is most suitable for you for each statement, you put that number for that statement. Now, the 12th statement is, I drive places on automatic pilot and then wonder why I went there. The next statement is, I find myself preoccupied with the future or the past. The next statement, I find myself doing things without paying attention. Last one, 15th statement, I snack without being aware that I'm eating. Now let's add the scores. Find the total of all the 15 statements. Count them all. After counting, you compare your answer with the mean. If your answer is above the mean, you have greater mindfulness, and if your answer is, or if your score is below the mean, that is 52, then you are having more automatic behavior and you are less mindful. I hope you completed the assessment. Verify your scores where you are in mindfulness. If your scores are very low, you are less mindful, and if your scores are high, you are more mindful. If you are less mindful, then no need to worry. We can improve your mindfulness through small sessions or changing or practicing mindfulness practices in your regular life. Sometimes we may not know how insane we are until we assess ourselves or verify ourselves. To practice these mindfulness practices, we have two types. One is formal session and another is informal type. The formal type is a dedicated meditation sessions that we follow every day in our life, that is a certain time period, a particular time period, that is either in the morning or evening, a fixed time and a fixed day period of the day. In these formal practices, we follow structured meditation exercises such as sitting meditation, body scans. In informal meditation, we don't have any structure. We follow mindfulness in our regular daily activities, doing tasks, whatever the task you are doing in your work or at home, you are being mindful in your daily activities like eating, walking, or even conversation. Look at this picture. It is an overview of common mindfulness practices: mindfulness breathing, body scan meditation, walking meditation, mindful eating, 3 minutes breathing space. In the next session, we can have a hands-on experience on each practice one by one, step by step. These type of practices will help to restore your energy, not to get fatigued easily for simple small tasks, and it also improves your quality of life. This helps keep you in pace, calm and peace without being overreactive for small things in your life. It helps to reduce your tensions, anger and to reduce your unnecessary wandering of thoughts. It gives you mental peace and calmness and soothing, filled with energy, positive energy inside you. There are also mindfulness based interventions which we are going to cover in our last session. The first one is mindfulness based stress reduction program, mindfulness based cognitive therapy, mindfulness based relapse prevention. Stay tuned. We are going to have hands-on practice on mindfulness. Finally, the summary of the session is, we understood what is mindfulness and we took a small assessment on mindfulness, and we understood what is our place in mindfulness. Next, we can have a small hands-on practices of mindfulness in our next video. Stay tuned. Be in touch. Thank you. Mindfulness isn't difficult. We just need to remember to do it. Jon Kabat-Zinn.